Hey guys, it's Ruka here, and today I thought I would do something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, but I really just didn't know how to. Basically, since I've been getting more and more into J-dramas, that part of that reason being that there have been several 48 group members who have really gotten involved with acting over the past few years. I thought I would just look over some J-dramas and J-movies that I have viewed and just let out my personal thoughts, like what I liked, what I didn't like. It's not really reviewing, just more me ranting about my personal opinion on these shows and how the members did in these shows, and it's not going to be biased. I'm going to look at this like a real critic would. I'm going to critique these shows of like what's good and what's not good about them, and just trying to spread the 48 group love, trying to get people, a bit more interested in the group. Maybe some of you will check out these shows later. But anyways, we are going to start this series, and we are going to start out with a drama that actually it ended very recently. It is a 6-part drama series that aired on Hulu. Yeah, it's a 6-episode miniseries. Yeah, that's very short. You can probably binge watch that in a day. We are going to look at the Hulu original drama Crow's Blood, it is a horror, which I am not a big fan of horror, but I've been trying my best, and it is a collaboration between Akimoto Yasushi, who is the producer of the 48 group, and Darren Lynn Bousman, who you may recognize as he is the director of the Saw series. So when this came out, obviously this was big news, and they were really good. This drama was absolutely intense, and even though it was short, it was, amazing to watch. I just dived in not knowing what I was gonna get into, and they completely blew away all my expectations that I had. It was very intense. It was very graphic. Heck, they even give you a viewer discretion sort of warning thing at the beginning of each episode that there are very violent and graphic moments in this show. So I suggest if you are going to watch this, you should not watch it in the middle of the night. You should have a light on and just be very cautious when you're watching, because yeah, it's just you just see for yourself. Yeah. Okay, well, enough with my ranting before I go any longer. We're gonna go straight in with just a short synopsis right now. Basically, there's this all-girls high school in Japan, and there is a transfer student who comes into the school named Maki, and right upon her arrival, there's this chain of really strange events that begin to happen, and one of the students in the school, Kaoru, she starts investigating, who is this? Why are these things happening because of her? What's her background? Just trying to unravel this mystery, and it eventually ends up that this whole thing is involving a science experiment that's, just to put it bluntly, it's scientists wanting to play God. Man wanting to be God, and you can just tell that this is gonna go straight downhill from here. Heck, they don't even give us a breather. Right when Maki transfers to the school, right when she appears, we're like, boom, we're going down the rabbit hole. There's no turning back. We're heading straight towards madness. And it really does not stop after that. It does not, well, I mean, yeah, it does stop to take, a few breathers, but yeah, it is just heading right towards it. We are not stopping anymore. Once you've watched this show, you really can't go back. Once I watched the first episode, I was hooked. Okay, so now we have the characters, and I'm just going over a few notes that I have, which is probably why I'm gonna sound so weird, but the two leading roles, which I just mentioned earlier, are Kaoru, who is played by Watanabe Mayu, and Maki, who is played by Miyawaki Sakura. And these two, they are amazing actresses. They are really good, especially Sakura. It's really saying something when you say that Miyawaki Sakura is terrifying. Seriously, she creeped me out so much in this drama, and I thought I would never say that, because in real life, she's so adorable, but as Maki, she's like, ugh! She just gave me this unsettling feeling in my stomach. And I really love these two performances that Mayu and Sakura did. But the one problem that I have is just, out of the two of them, Maki is the better written character. Kaoru, she's not all that interesting. She's just kind of plain. Not really that interesting at all. I mean, and that's kind of sad because she's supposed to be one of the leading roles and she's kind of set up to be the quote-unquote hero of the story and Maki the quote-unquote villain. But, I mean, we literally do not know anything about Kaoru. I mean, yeah, she's the main character. Yeah, she's the hero of the story. Yeah, she kind of develops a romance with another character, which we will get to. But other than that, that's it. That's literally it. And Maki is just so much better written. She's much more complex. As we go on in the show, we learn so much about her character and her background. And Kaoru? No. We don't get any of that. I thought they could have written her character so much better if they just gave her sort of a different role. Like, I don't know. They could have just changed one little thing to make her better. I don't know what, but they could have done it better. In all honesty, they really, really could. Aside from that, the other characters that we have several other students in the school who are played by AKB members. One of them is Mai, who is played by Kashiwa Gyuki. And she is kind of the leader of this group of friends who is made up of other members like Kizaki Yuria, Kato Rena, and Mugaichi Mion. And she's kind of leader of this. And actually, Kaoru is also part of this group, Mayu's character Kaoru. And this is where another flaw comes in, is that Mayu doesn't fit within this crowd of people, within Mai and her friends. She's trying to. I think she's honestly trying to fit in, but she just doesn't. She sticks out like a sore thumb, and I think that's just another big problem in her character. But back to the others, back to Mai. I can basically describe her as a jerk with a heart of gold. Like, she is mean, but she does show genuine kindness for her friends, and actually she kind of develops a friendship between Maki, and it's a very genuine friendship, which again, you should just see for yourself what I mean by that. And Yuria's character, I think, out of the three, Yuria, Rena, and Mion, Yuria's character, her name being Hikaru, she, I think, gets more screen time of the three than the other two. And the three of them kind of act, I guess, as comic relief, and they do a really good job at that. And you can just tell Yuria is having so much fun playing this role, playing this, lovable comic relief, as you would say. Another character we have is Aoi, who is played by Iriyama Anna, and she's kind of the quiet girl, reading by herself with the glasses, that sort of character. But she has a secret, which I am not going to say for spoilers' sake. You should watch for yourself. And then we have Chisa and Shinobu, with Chisa being played by Yokoyama Yui, and Shinobu played by Matsui Jurina. Short and simple explanation, they are the school bullies. They're huge bullies, and I swear to God, they're a lesbian couple. I swear! Like, their chemistry, it's just so good. Like, there's no other explanation. They have to be lesbians. It's also kind of implied in season 2, it's kind of implied that they are drug addicts. So yeah, I thought that was interesting, but I don't think they really got that much screen time. Like, I mean, I know we had to, kind of develop on Maki and kinda Kaoru, I guess, but I mean, I thought that, these two were really interesting, and I honestly thought that they needed maybe just a little bit more screen time. And, let's see, two other characters that we have outside of the school who are very important is a professor who is working on the scientific project I mentioned before with men wanting to be God. His name is Professor Seto, and he has a very crucial relationship with Maki, which I am not going to spoil. You just need to watch for yourself. I'm going to say this several times, so get used to it. And then another character who is named Salada, and he is I think he's the writer of some sort of article, like investigating paranormal cases and stuff like that. And as I mentioned before, this is actually the guy who Kaoru kind of develops a crush on, and they kind of start this whole romance thing going on, which is, oh my god. This romance between them is way too forced. Like, it's too forced, and it's just way too fast, too. Like, I mean, in episode 1, they meet, and then the next episode, she's totally head over heels for the guy. I mean, I just think that's just way too rushed. I mean, yeah, 6 episodes, that's a short time to develop your characters, but still! They could have flushed it out a bit more. It just felt way too forced for me. It's just, ugh. And other than that, the other characters we have the school nurse, the coach teacher, we have another scientist who's helping Professor Seto, helping. I'm gonna mess up on stuff, but I am just going with this take right now. Let's see. I guess we should, end it over with my, final thoughts on the series is that, overall, what I think is this show it did what it did very well. Like, the tone and the atmosphere that it has, it just matched really well. It set the mood, and it created this very suspenseful atmosphere, and it had a good mystery, too, even with, it has a lot of gore, but it knows when to use it, and it uses it to its advantage. And the acting, like I said before, is amazing from all the members, especially Sakura. The pacing was pretty good, but episode 3 I thought was a bit slower than the others. It kind of acted as an explanation episode to, kind of maybe give us a little bit of a breather in between everything that was going on, but I thought that it just needed a bit more of a push. And yeah, like I said before, Mayu's character, I thought they could have done her a whole lot better. But overall, I thought that this drama was really good, and it really gives me hopes that, maybe AKB will do more of these international crossovers again, working with more, international directors and stuff to do projects like this. So, my final thoughts, I would give this, if I had to give it, like, a star rating, I would give it 4 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely give this a recommendation to watch. If you're a fan of horror and you can stomach a little bit of gore, I would say definitely take a look at this series. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it off there and kind of close up here. So, tell me what you guys thought. Did I kind of give you what you were looking for? Do you think I should do more of these, kind of rant reviews, I guess is what you would call them, rant reviews? And, if you have a request of a show you want me to review that, involves the 48 group one way or another, just, leave it in the comments or just send me a private message on Tumblr or somewhere. Just let me know one way or another what you thought and what you would like to hear from me of just my personal, ongoings inside my head. So, yeah, I will close it up here, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, even though it may have been a bit boring. But yeah, I will see you guys later, so bye-bye!